Today, for the very first time, we're going to be listening to the brand new Bloodywood album. This is New Delhi. Hello everybody and welcome back to another album review / reaction here on the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you very much for checking this out. I've done one other Bloodywood video here on my channel amongst all sorts of other things. We've got lots of Metallica, we're starting to do Beatles, we're starting to do Yes, we're going to be doing Slipknot, we're going to be starting Black Sabbath because Ozzy, well not just because, but Ozzy recently passed away. We're going to be doing Black Sabbath. All stuff I have not heard before, and depending on who does reactions with me, sometimes I have people do reactions with me here on the channel. A lot of the times I try to do it because I know people like it more than in just listening to me. A lot of the people that I have on my channel here have not heard a lot of those artists, so we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. However, if you are familiar with the channel, then I would like to say, welcome home. I am back home. You can see we're in the normal location. It's a little different because I don't have my records on the wall behind me here. I'm currently in the process of changing them all out. I was literally working on it earlier today, and I thought, I'll just leave the wall blank behind me for once, and we'll just, I'll go through, continue what I'm doing, I've got like a big stack of records that I could put on the wall behind me. I'm trying to separate all the records that I got over the course of time when I was in the hospital. I went twice somewhere and bought a pretty significant stack of records. And then my cousin came and visited me. We went downtown, went to a record store, bought a bunch of records there, and we kind of split them in half. And then I went somewhere else and bought some records too. But anyway, I'm going through everything. I want to change all 6 of the records that usually hang on the wall behind me. And so yes, we're back home. For those of you who are new to the channel, I was diagnosed with leukemia about a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago now. I've been fighting it for the whole year and a half, and earlier this year, at the very end of March, I had to go get a bone marrow transplant, and I had to stay at the hospital for 100 days. And we do have several videos here on the channel that I recorded from there, including the most recent video that's been posted on this channel, and I'm not sure the order that I'm going to be doing these because I'm doing several just solo videos, solo reactions to albums that have come out this year, just myself now that I'm back home. So I'm not sure the order all these are going to be coming out, but this is the first video that I'm filming since I got back home, and I feel really good about it. I feel like it just makes sense. When I reacted to Rakshak by Bloodywood, it was the first time I had ever used this camera. And it's funny, here I'll show up a picture. I'll show a picture. Put them next to each other. Maybe, what should I do? Should I go to this side or whatever? I'll just sit there like this. I'll put a picture of what I looked like in that video here next to me now, and I'll bet I look quite a bit different. But I thought it was right to do this video first. I've been looking forward to it for several months now. I was going to do this reaction with Chris Parker because I know he enjoys their albums as well, but we've been having trouble scheduling videos with him a little bit recently because he's going through a few things. He's trying to find a new job, and which he has found several now, so he's a little bit busy and doesn't have as much time, and I want to save him for really, really special reactions that we're doing, which not that this Bloodywood reaction is not a special reaction, but I think there's going to be things coming up on the channel that I want him there more for. Plus, you and I can just sit here and have fun with this reaction now. I will say my mouth still gets a little dry, so I have my bottle of water off to the side. Other than that, I shouldn't be too bad. I am supposed to put my feet up quite a bit. I've been having a lot of problems with my feet at the moment. Just so everyone knows, the transplant process did go well, and no one's told me that I'm cancer-free or anything like that, though I think I'm probably might be. They did say there's no cancer cells in my body at the moment, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of getting the impression they're not going to say that. But however, everything's been going well. I did lose all my hair, which is why I don't have any on my head. It's starting to grow back now, but I think I'm going to leave my head bald for a while. Just keep shaving it. It will never grow back on top, but it never has been on the top. And my mustache grew back right away, so I allowed that to do that, and now I'm shaving my facial hair. So I want my mustache like this for a little while, because without, just like this, if I shave my head a little bit more, I look very similar to one of the guys in one of my favorite bands called Kaiser's Orchestra. Helga Kaiser, I believe is what he goes by, or just, I'm not sure, Mr. Kaiser or something. the guy that plays the organ is all sweet. But I want to do a few reactions like this with my mustache and before I grow my facial hair back. But don't worry, people. Anybody who's offended how ugly I am, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I will be getting facial hair back probably sometime sooner rather than later, but we'll see what ends up happening. So anyway, that's all that mumbo jumbo out of the way. I'm very excited for this reaction. I enjoyed their first album a lot. I think it was number 9 on my list the year that this came out, which was this 2020? Or was this 2021? 2022. Okay, so it's more recent than I thought, I guess, for some reason. But 2022 is a great year. They were, as I said, number 9 on my year that list, if I'm remembering correctly. I really liked it a lot. There were some things about it that I didn't care for as much. I don't necessarily care for the vocals of the rap vocals as much, and it's not because I don't like rap in my heavy music. I do. I enjoy rap metal. I enjoy all sorts of stuff like that. I love when bands mix genres together. That's why this is so great, because we're getting something that I'm very unfamiliar with, which is this sort of Indian style, I guess, of sort of ethnic Indian style of their traditional folk music, which I am very unfamiliar with. I'm not a fan of Bollywood, really, or anything like that, although I did try to get through all the way through R&R, the movie R&R, I think, a couple of years ago. I loved it, but it was just so dang long, I never got through it. But in general, I would say I'm not a big fan of Indian style music and some of the instrumentation that they use. But I really enjoyed their first album. And as I said, the guy's voice who does the rapping, I don't necessarily enjoy his voice as much, but it does work well with the music. And I don't hate it. It's not that I hate it or anything. It's not like the dude from Led Zeppelin, whose voice I absolutely hate. There are certain singers I just don't like, and everybody has those singers, right? It's not a big deal. This isn't that. This guy, I enjoy his part, but for some reason, I don't know. There's something just a tiny bit cringy about it to me. I don't know if it's the way he's doing it, like the method he's rapping with, or what he's saying. It wasn't that what he was saying. Because I have no problem with what they're saying, or generally I don't pay attention to what they're saying. But that's me here on the channel. I'm not a big lyric guy. If you're expecting me to break down these songs into some wonderful lyrical thing, that's not going to happen here. And also, a lot of the lyrics in their songs, at least if they're following what they did on their first album, are going to be in, I don't know if it's Indian or Hindi. I'm not sure what the exact language is, and I apologize about that. For me, this is a learning experience as well. I will say I've heard one song from this album, and that's it's the last track, New Delhi. We did a reaction to it here earlier on the channel. Chris Parker and I did, and I forgot actually we did that. But I don't... Oh, and one's got 9 million plays. But since the album's come out, the other songs only have like 700,000. So it'll take some time, though, for the numbers to get up. And that's on Spotify, by the way. I'm looking on Spotify. I really like the animated... it's not animated, but the cartoon style of the artwork. I do not have the CD for this yet. I want to hear it first to make sure it's worth it, because with only 8 songs, I'm pretty bummed it's only 8 songs. Rakshak only had 10, but it still felt like a big full album. And there's a chance that this will feel like a big full album. However, I don't know. I think 8 songs is pushing it. It's like the absolute minimum you can have while still being considered an album and not an EP. And it's 33 minutes, so it's over 30 minutes, which I would guess, there's no set rule for this. I mean, you can listen to a 3-song album that's a prog band that's 56 minutes, but you can also listen to, which band did this not too long ago? Atreyu, I think, maybe released an album where they didn't have a single song over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So you make 17 2-minute long songs and you're still pretty short. So it's not about the number of songs. It's not about the length of the songs. It looks like the first track is 5.5. A lot of the rest of them are around 3.5. There's 2 around 4.5. 3 around 4.5. So they're all full length songs, and it's fine. You can have a short song and have it feel full length as well. But I don't know. I don't know. It seems a little bit like... The reason I haven't bought it just immediately is because I saw 8 songs and I was like, that's such a bummer. So we'll see. But I know I can buy it off Amazon if I want to. Still, it's not like they're all sold out or anything like that. Let's see, what else? I don't know. I'm excited to hear this. We'll see what ends up happening. I think that I'm going to enjoy it quite a bit, and I hope that you enjoy it with me. I do tend to talk over the music quite a bit. We'll see when I do a reaction myself, which I haven't done one for quite a while. It's a little bit different. So I'll talk a little bit over the music, maybe a lot over the music. We'll see what ends up happening. If for some reason there's a production thing that bothers me on this, that's what we're going to probably talk about the most, and I'll probably grind it into the ground because that's what I tend to do, over focus on those types of things. But we'll just have to see what happens. So, all right. Oh, and I do see as well that there is track 4, which is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Bekhauf, featuring Baby Metal. I am aware of who Baby Metal is. I have their first 2 albums on CD, and then I kind of just stopped following them because it was all kind of sounded the same to me. And there are certain Japanese bands that I absolutely love. My favorite band of all time. Well, I have 2 favorite bands of all time. Well, I have a list of bands that I love, and I've been saying for many years that Kaiser's Orchestra is my favorite band. I mentioned them earlier about the guy with the mustache and the bald. But really, if I thought about it, there's a Japanese metal band called Mook, who I absolutely adore and love to death. And they are probably my favorite band. But they speak all in Japanese. I'll be curious to see what this song is with Baby Metal. I have not heard it. I know it was a bigger song for them. So I'm wondering if they're going to be speaking their language and Baby Metal is going to be speaking their language. That's awesome if that's the case. I think that's really cool. And what a fun thing to put together, you know. It would just, so on one hand it kind of makes sense, but on the other hand it's kind of like, really, I guess, yeah, that's cool. And it looks like that's the only artist that is like a featured artist on here, it's like a guest artist. So the rest of it's just going to be the Bloodywood guys. So let's go ahead and get into this. I will say I don't think I had problems on their first album with the inclusion of the songs in the video. I can't remember exactly. No, actually, maybe I wasn't able to do that. We'll end up seeing what happens, because I know the guys in Bloodywood are in control of their career, so in their music. So we'll see if I can't use the music from the video so that you can hear in the video, so that you can hear exactly what I'm hearing. Know that I tried to do that. I uploaded the video with the music in there, and it just got copywritten blocked. It got blocked around the whole world. That's the only time I take the music out and upload the video without the music, and that is all up to the artists. All the money from this video will be going to Bloodywood, which it probably won't make very much. I would be surprised if more than 500 people watch this video. We'll see. My channel is very small though, so I don't expect big numbers unless we're doing something with Metallica or maybe Beatles is getting up there too. Nightwish, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, it's not about the numbers. It's about us sitting here and enjoying the music. So let's go ahead and give this a listen. The first track is Holla Bol from Bloodywood. Their album New Delhi, 2005 came out 2025 came out a couple of months ago. This is track 1 in 3, 2, 1. Interesting. So some reverse pitch shifted vocals. Sounds like acoustic guitar, maybe. But they use a lot of instruments that I'm really unfamiliar with, don't know the names of. That's cool to me. I like that. A lot of percussive elements as well. Turn it up a smidge. It sounds very similar to Rakshak, which is what I would expect. Wow. Oh. That sounds like it could be some pitch shifted vocals. Oh, cool. They're going back and forth. That's pretty nice. That like stutter edit vocal thing in there is pretty cool. Sounds pretty dynamic. Like it definitely gets louder during parts, which a lot of metal doesn't do that, so that's interesting. This guy, the rapper guy, it seems like he's using a bit more of a gruff voice, which is interesting. I like that more. I feel like it's a little harder to understand what they're saying. And obviously I don't understand the language that's not English. Yeah. They're following the structure that they had for their songs, at least on this song so far. Maybe this is the one they wanted to be similar to Rakshak, but it seems like it's following the same kind of structure with different parts split up, you know. Yeah. They've got some wicked screams in here. Oh, you can see the light behind me. I didn't know that that would happen. Drum sound, everything sounds pretty good. It does sound like it's lacking a little bit of that crispy, high-frequency clarity that was definitely on Rakshak. But it's not mixed bad at all. Sweet. All right, we're going to keep going. This is Hutt. So far, both the first songs have felt very similar to songs from Rakshak. And on Rakshak, I was very surprised because there were some very different sounding songs on there that I wasn't expecting. So we'll see what happens as the album goes on.
So keep hitting, I won't give a fuck.
Hutt, Hutt, Hutt. It's probably a swear word. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. His rapper guy's background vocals are spread wide, recorded doubled and spread wide. Which is exactly how it was on Rakshak as well. Nice piano. I love stuff like this, breakdowns like this. Like a fiddle type thing. Back and forth vocal. Ooh, there's those high synths I love. Yes, the Bloodstained Child synths. Some raunchy in there, maybe. Sounds like football, right? Hutt, Hutt. Awesome. Very cool. Are we going into Dhadak? Love the vocal editing. In comes the percussion. Oh, I like this. Oh, sorry, I'm not bored, I promise. Oh, yeah. They like to have that pause, right? So that when it comes back in, it hits harder. Ooh. Yeah. The guitars lack a little bit of clarity in them. Like I mentioned earlier, some of the instruments seem to have a low-pass filter on them. Really love the mixture of the synths with the guitars and everything. It's really nice. And yeah, they love to bring it down, have everything go away. And then so that when it comes back in, it just attacks you every time.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a
Great chorus on this one. I love it when they do the faster, like more percussive vocals. Yeah. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That one might have been my favorite one we've heard so far. All right, we're moving into... Oh, this is the baby metal one. Bekhauf. There's the synths. I was wondering if they were gonna... Oh, they will? Okay, I was wondering if they were gonna sing together at all. There's the Japanese. If you like synths and stuff like this, I would recommend checking out the band Bloodstained Child. They're a Japanese metal band. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that was great. Best part of the album was right there. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. This is great. What a great way to have crossover, you know. Bloodywood can go play in Japan, but even way more importantly, Japan metal can break into the Indian market, which really interesting to see that. I don't know, maybe Japanese metal is huge in India, but I don't know. This is great. This is definitely the best song I've heard so far. I mean, this is awesome. Love it. Oh, great. That was great. Like this.
खिलौने दिए त्याग में टूट पड़ा इस जंग में हालात कमाना घिरी एरिया कमी नहीं थी
This is gonna explode.
ये सवेरा नहीं डरेगा आज के इस अंधेरे से तोड़ दिया किस्मत का चक्का नहीं फंसूंगा घेरे में
Woo! Wow. Ooh, starting out with what, probably chorus? Well, I guess it's not starting out, but... Wow, that was great. Yes.
With the sweet defense, I had to hustle and grind just to meet the ends. I'm getting by myself with some help from friends, and I became the hero, never leave it. Playing all these battles, I'd be bigger by the season. Growing up, I never owned
Very cool.
The boy became a man, but the boy's still breathing.
Big soaring chorus. Oh, those synths, man. I'm still waiting for Hedwig to come deliver my letter. Badass. Wow. As a Harry Potter fan, I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for that. The album's definitely getting better as we're going on. You know, I don't know what's up those first two songs. Okay, this is Daggebaaz. Okay. So this doesn't sound heavy enough right now. The guitars, I don't know. And the drums are way low too. And this is pretty similar to Chocolaw from their last album. I definitely feel like they're doing a lot of the same stuff, those last 3 songs felt a little bit more unique. So, and this, for some reason, it feels like everything goes down in volume here. Strange.
I am the one of the many that was asleep. Walk with the walls, I fall like a sheep. Fish on the surface, I be roaring in the deep. And the red pill fire make the blue pills cheap. I go over like a virus, free man living like a straw hat virus.
I appreciate all the movie references and stuff. I like that.
My soul, let me see you try it.
That's interesting sounding. Wow. Wow, very cool. That's the end of that one. I didn't care for that one as much. Okay, this is Tadka. They're definitely not utilizing the traditional instruments as much in this. You know, they're doing percussive stuff, but there's not solos or anything from any of these other instruments. Kick drum way louder here, way louder. Snare drum lacking, for sure. But I understand maybe you're trying to make room for the frequencies of all the extra percussion stuff. This guy's using a lot of different voices this time. I like this.
Take a bite, then you licking all the dishes. Yeah, you licking all the.
I like the lyrics there. That was great.
And we're hitting like the pot. Everybody welcome, you can come and pick a spot. Cause the guests of the house get the best that we got. Nana always said if you wanna make it big, you better be fully fed, so I did. Then I went and got bigger thanks to the cooking of a mother and a mother figure. Got me thinking about a
song's all about food, it seems. Licking the dishes.
like, yeah, it's like I got to care. And the food's so good, man, I got to share.
They like halfway through the choruses to go to double time, you know? All right, what are we gonna do here?
It's a battle with the blindness. We're gonna win it even though we didn't plan this. Put your hands up if you're we're gonna fan this. If you got the fire inside the belly, then we're gonna fan this.
Oh, they faked me out several times there. That's great. I love it. Oh, that's it. There you go. Cool. All right. Now we're going into New Delhi, which I have heard this one. I thought it was fantastic when I first heard it. I'm sure I'll still enjoy it now. Definitely low pass frequency here. You know, their first album had everything so clear. The clarity on everything was top notch. The high frequencies were handled very well. I feel like this album for some reason is suffering from the same thing that all modern metal albums suffer from, it seems. Not that Rakshak isn't a modern metal album, it is. Yeah, this definitely sounds way more low passed than the rest of the album. Maybe more like that first song or so, but huh. Cool music video to go with this too, by the way. They were shooting on some really cool locations. Well, it looked great to me.
We asking nice, and then we break the bones. We are the men on a mission that is bigger than home. And if we to the land of the wild, wild east. Welcome to the land of the wild, wild east. Feast in the senses, though you can't compete. It's the power of the will, the power of the skill that you just can't.
आजा करण हो गया रिकॉर्ड
Man, listen to how different that sounds. This is from Rakshak. It just has high frequencies all over the place. Mixed way better. Way better. Then, okay. All right. Well, so that is New Delhi by Bloodywood. And I have to say, I really liked some of the songs a lot, but I am a little disappointed. I wanted there to be a bit more variety. And when it got into more variety in the middle of the album there, I really liked track 3, 4, and 5 were my 3 favorites by far. 6 I didn't care for as much. 7 and 8 were all right. 8 sounded way lower quality, even though it was the big single that was released first that I've already heard. It lacked high frequencies all over the place. And then the first 2 tracks were okay, but they sounded extremely derivative of their first album. So I don't know, what was going on there. I mean, it's not uncommon for bands to do that. Hutt I liked better than Holla Bol, but yeah, the track 3, Dhadak, and then the one with Baby Metal, Bekhauf, and then Kismat were awesome. Kismat was my favorite one, I think, off the album, followed by the Baby Metal one, and then track 3. So those 3 songs were really great. The first 2 songs were all right. They fit on there. They sounded like they could have come from their first album, but with a little bit less high frequencies in them. And then those last 2 songs were all right as well. So I don't know. I'm a little torn because I do feel slightly disappointed because the album was shorter. It did feel shorter, but I wouldn't say it felt overly short. It did feel like a full album. It would have been neat to have a slow song in there somehow. I don't know. Maybe they don't really do slow songs live. They did have some slower moments, slower portions of songs on their first album. I felt a lot more. And then the songs would get heavy, of course, but there were longer sections where it felt more down tempo, and I really liked that to just kind of give the album itself a bit more of a flow. And I know their first album was recorded, like half the songs were recorded at one time, and they definitely sound a particular way, and then the other half of the songs were recorded at another time, and they sound a particular way, and they did sound a little different from each other. But when you mixed them together on an album, it worked. This one sounds like they may have recorded some of them separately, but you could tell that there wasn't necessarily the same amount of effort put into all of it. Maybe effort's not the best thing to say, because I'm sure they put a lot of effort into each of the songs. But yeah, I just feel like this album could have been mixed a little bit better. It was lacking high frequencies, which I did point out right away, and then especially on that last song, which, as I was saying, that is something that is just super common for some reason nowadays. I don't know, it goes back even longer than that. Raunchy did it on their album 10 years ago, but like there are so many albums nowadays that just lack high frequency. The Birthday Massacre album that came out earlier this year, if I want to listen to that again, I'm going to make my own. I'm going to burn the copy of the CD that I got and then boost the high frequencies, EQ the high frequencies back into all the songs, because for some reason, I think it has to do with vinyl mastering. I'm going to blame everything on the uprising of vinyl. But it's like, man, I don't know, you can fit high frequencies on a vinyl, not as much as you can, obviously, on a lossless disc or in a lossless file. But like, man, it just seems like the high frequencies are really lacking a lot. I have to mention the vocalist for this band, the lead vocalist, the guy that does some of the singing, and he does a lot of rapping and fast stuff too, but not the rap guy. The rap guy was better on this album. I guess I'll start with that. He was much better on this album, I thought. There were still moments where he was a little playful, which is nice. I loved the reference to he's waiting for Hedwig to bring him his letter. But I also loved he used different voices a little bit on this, and I really liked that a lot. It really helped the album, some of the songs feel different amongst themselves, and some of his parts in the songs were definitely the most unique sounding parts, because the rest of the album was just kind of like drum 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 drum, like it's the same kind of pattern of riff that they use a lot, very similar sort of sounding. Some of the songs a little different, but for the most part, it's kind of the same thing that's happening in the background when the vocals are then the thing you're focusing on more. But the lead vocalist of this band is phenomenal. Like, he can sing very impressively. And I the very little that I do know about sort of like Indian music, Middle Eastern music, is that the vocals and the control over the pitch of the vocals is so important. You know, there's a lot of like, I don't want to say warble. It sounds like that to me when I listen to it, but there's a lot of crazy intentional vibrato and almost tremolo in like the vocal cords. And I'm not an expert singer or anything like that, but just I've really noticed that when I've ever heard any Indian or Middle Eastern sort of inspired music, it's very controlled. And this guy clearly can do that style, but he can also do metal vocals that way. He can scream in any pitch. He does harsh vocals in like any pitch, and it's very impressive. And he also can scream very fast. He can sing very fast. He can get pretty high with his voice. He can get low as well. It's very impressive. Very, very impressive. Part of me almost wishes that the band was just that, but then I don't think there would be enough variety. You know, he can sing. He kind of reminds me of the guy that sings, this is going to be more of an obscure reference, but if we're talking about Japanese metal, Maximum the Hormone is like the greatest band of all time, like crazy, insane. They have 2 10 out of 10 perfect masterpiece albums, and I haven't heard much of their stuff from before that, but it's only like 7 songs at 20 minutes long, and so I try to stay away from spending $30 to get the CD for that, you know. But Maximum the Hormone has 4 people in the band, and all 4 people sing. But the lead vocalist who plays guitar is so talented, and I would never wish for any of the other people in that band to not sing, because they're so fantastic. The lady drummer is amazing, and the band would not be the same without her. And then the guy that screams is just guttural, incredible screams. But the guy that does the singing, and he does some screaming, and he does some rapping, and he does like everything, he is so phenomenal. And that's how I feel, in the same way, almost like the same. I feel he could be comparable to this guy from Bloodywood. It just is so impressive to me, like just an amateur sitting here listening to music. It's so impressive to me what he can do, and the variety that he has with his voice. It's just so impressive. I really, really think that he is the special part of this band. And to me, as an outsider, there's like a dumb, stupid American sitting here, like, he is the thing that makes it sound Indian or like Middle Eastern the most. Other than some of the, like, you know, obviously that that makes me think of what was that song? What was that? Oh man, I would listen to it all the time in high school. What was it? It was Bloodywood did a cover of it. What is that song? Okay, so I was about to look. I found out it's Tunak Tunak Tan, which is a hugely famous like internet meme thing way back in the day, in like the early 2000s, before the internet. Internet was definitely a different place then. But Tunak Tunak Tan was like awesome, and the Bloodywood did a cover of it with another artist, and I don't see that song on their Spotify list at all, which is crazy to me. Okay, I'll probably have to cut a lot of that out, but I was just looking for Tunak Tunak Tan, Dragnostia Duntai came up, and anyway, whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This album was, I think definitively I can say that Rakshak, in my opinion, is a better album than New Delhi. A little disappointing, you know. I'm sure they, like I said, I'm sure they put as much effort into this as anything. They were doing it, I'm sure, because I know they toured a lot, before. So maybe this album was made or written when they were touring, which might have been a little different for them. I don't know. But the songs did sound similar. Like if you made like a deluxe edition of Rakshak and put these 8 songs on there as a bonus, and I'm sure you could fit all of these songs onto one disc. Maybe the songs on Rakshak are a little longer, but like it almost feels like it belongs together as one project. They need like something different. I feel like on their next album, they need to switch it up. They need to do something different. Their songs are so busy. I feel like if they could find a way to strip some of it back and focus on individual parts, that would be great. But again, that's just me projecting. That's totally me in my opinion. Whatever. No one needs to listen to me, when I'm in regards to stuff like this. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of disappointing in a way, but at the same time what I expected, but not going any further than what I expected. And so that's where the disappointment comes in. Like I wanted it to be more. I want every album I listen to be a 10 out of 10 perfect album, but not every album is. And they couldn't be, otherwise everything would be a little too overwhelming. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Check out my reaction to Rakshak. I had the camera set to the wrong frame rate in that video, so it does not look as good as this one hopefully will look. But and also the colors, everything was screwed up. I didn't know what I was doing really when I was editing. So, and I was using Streamlabs at the time, which now I've moved over to OBS. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this album. Let me know anything that I got wrong, especially let me know if I mentioned an instrument or something. Let me know what those things are. I do love to learn about stuff like this, and I try not to, when I'm doing reactions to things, I try not to look up a ton of research beforehand because I want to know as little about, maybe it's silly, I don't know, but I want to try to know as little about an album as possible before I listen to it. Sometimes if we're doing something for like history's sake or whatever, I'll try to do a little bit of research into it. And usually if I know a band, I'll be more comfortable doing research into it. But I kind of just wanted to do this reaction on a whim. Like I said, I made it home. I got my computer set up and I wanted to record something. And this is what it was. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.